kind of keep rolling with the punches, but Bird, just a dynamic outside hitter for the Gators.
They promised a big serve there from Parks, and she delivered. Florida, free ball situation here. Parks goes to the pin again. Feed the hot hand while you've got her. Jordan Bird once again.
Yeah, and at some point, we're going to see what Ohio State's blocking team does. Do they cheat to that left pin for the Gators, as she's getting already a lot of sets? Transition dig to an attack kill. That's what you saw in that play.
It's a nice set there, too, from Tumen. Put on a one-on-one situation. Late block for Florida. Back to work here. Tight to the pin. Madkin doesn't know where to go with it. Free ball situation. Ohio State needs to bury it here, and they will not. Denied by the defense of Florida. August throws it to the middle as well. Very physical middle attacker. What was her hitting percentage last year against Ohio State, Audrey?
Yeah, I have it marked as 733.
Emily Canan, the senior defensive specialist, back to serve now for the Gators. Handled by Webker, but throws over an overpass. And you don't want to do that when Jordan Bird's in the front row. Big serve from Ohio State, working the seams. Florida handles it. Again, it's August. That's 3 kills already on the night for Kaya Castle. There's an emphasis from Jen Flynn Oldenburg, getting those middles going, and Jordan Bird.
Team for Ohio State gets more looks at Bird. I think they're going to adjust and play outside of that block.
A nice serve there from Parks. Now on the run herself. Big swing from Jones. Bird throws in a tip. Off the hook is Ohio State. Jones again goes tip, and it's dug up by the Gators. Canan. To the middle of the court goes Jordan Bird. So now we have seen just about everything. Big serve from Taylor Parks goes deep on Ohio State. Jones swinging physically. Webker's there for the dig. Tumen goes back to Jones. Throws in a short tip. Very, very smart play. Work the deep angle, and then at the last second, throw in the duck.
That's kind of how she hits balls, too,
yeah,
right?
Right place, right time. Taylor Parks goes to the middle, and why not to win Jayla August.
Where Parks is going, she's shadowing her, getting up. Great distance off the net to swing big.
Tip from Webker. Dug out by the Gators, but in a scramble now. And a nice heads-up play there from Hasbrook. Hannah Jones goes in from the back row and throws in another tip, and it works.
Oldenburg wants to see from her team, so sometimes you have to be patient and set up the play.
Ohio State running a very balanced attack right now. Meanwhile, Florida doesn't necessarily. Off the tape. Florida handles it. Taylor Parks out to the pin. Jordan Bird tries to find the opening. Hasbrook is on it. Out to the pin again, Ohio State. Chance to tie it here for the Gators. Deep float serve, jams up Ohio State. Tumen on the run. Ball still alive, free ball here. Big opportunity for the Gators to tie it up. Out to the pin it goes. Madkin throws it down, slices her way through the block. Mia Tumen will try to serve it out here for the Buckeyes. Deep float, handled by Vogel. Out to the pin, good night from Anaya Madkin, my goodness.
Yeah, Ohio State setting has been a little off here in the start of the second set, but nonetheless, Gators defense really on target.
Hasbrook throws up a dime of a pass. Tumen pulls that ball well off the tape, and it can't with an unclean contact like that when you're setting it. Parks goes back out to the pin, and what a ball from Anaya Madkin. She's been a Terminator so far tonight.
Yeah,
set number 1 for the Gators. Has a nice deep float there. Webker goes big on a stingy block, and a welcomed overpass opportunity. Mia Stoller, the freshman defensive specialist, checking back into the lineup. Threads the needle on the serve, but when you have Jordan Bird on the pin, I mean, the set is high and loopy. There's no mystery to where Florida's going. And
wow, Castle really showing her strength there in the middle for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes tie it up there. Track down a free ball. It's Jones off the block. Parks now out of the play. Ball goes high to the pin, and it's Kira Hudson who gets crafty on the pin for the Gators.
Backspin on that attack, which makes me think not a great hand-to-ball contact on that attack.
Nice pass from Hudson, and Parks goes back to the middle.
So, showing her resiliency in serve-receive. I like what Hannah Jones is doing.
Deep to the middle. Specialist who will serve. Can thread the needle through the seams too. push to the outside there. Jordan Bird once again.
She is a gifted leader, and I can't wait to see the special on her on Big Ten.
Nice serve from Webker, but an even better pass from the Florida Gators to go up 1 in set number 2. Keep an eye on that. She stiffens up at all. No problems there with that serve. Okay, and back to life. Alec Roth, who's been quiet this match, the 6'3" sophomore from Dublin, Ohio.
Ball contact is essential and often goes underrated.
And the side-out percentage, too. Florida siding out 61.7% of the time right now to Ohio State's 52%. Tip from Ohio State dug out, and who else but 3 straight kills for Alec Roth, the sophomore middle attacker.
Her team.
Big serve from Florida. Back out to Jones on the right. And to your point about lefties on the outside pin, played with the lefty, an All-American back.
Super swing by Webker off the edge of the block.
Nice pass from Florida, and a no-block situation there for Anaya Madkin, and that's...
She is getting picked on a little bit on serve receive. We'll see always the option to hide a player that's struggling on serve receive.
This pass from Hudson, tracked down on the other way by Hoffman. Webker trying to go off hands. Kira Hudson out of the back row, throws in a two-handed tip. Loopy set to the pin. Hayes throws it to Madkin. Webker, upcoming swing, goes high hands. Hudson digs it out. Parks throws it to Madkin, tips it. Webker digs it out again. Tooman throws it to the middle. Who's there? Ohio State throws in a free ball. Parks wide open on the attack, denied. Goes out to the pin, Madkin goes high hands. Best rally of the match so far. Jones out of the back row. It's called good, and Florida's gonna challenge this one right away, yes. Here's Webker back in the back row. Canan gets jammed up on the pass. Bird goes big again. Hasbrook lined up outside of a strong block from Ohio State. Big touch for the Gators. Taylor Parks out to Bird. Bird throws it down. Ohio State hanging right in there. This is the biggest deficit, though, they've been in all match long. 15-9 lead for the Gators. Big block from the Gators. Jones back to work, and that's the resiliency you need to see.
Wide cross-court shot. So really smart shot there, veteran move.
I mean, the last-minute calibration of that. What a play there, though, from Ashley Carr, the undersized.
Flynn not able to challenge that one.
Ooh, working up the tempo from the service line. So smart from Canan. Back row attack from Jones. Webker tries to put it away at match point. Florida will look to close it out here. Stuckey back to Auguste. Say goodnight to the Florida Gators. How about it? Jayla Auguste, on the heels of hitting .733 last year, hits .538 with 8 kills and just 1 error. What'd you see from the Florida Gators here?
And now we'll see Asa Thomas with the serve. The response by Wolverines, immediately blocked back. The kill for Demetrician. And the serve set up by Asa Thomas, fakes it. Great block by the Wolverines. The attack. And the slam by Jenna Haynes.
And in his 3rd year with the Screaming Eagles, needs to find a solution, and a lot of times it does come from coaching. You got to find a hole.
And the great kill by Bianca Anderson.
Long running into the net and dipping down too early.
Cochran with a great dig, set up. Screaming Eagles with the attack. That one's called in.
As we see Kira Moore, the 2nd libero for the Eagles with the serve.
Her serve hits the net. Jenna Haynes responds to it, though. Slam down by Ella.
Hosted, yes, Michigan State Spartans earlier this season, losing 3-0, but they're getting some experience against this Big Ten play early on.
Anderson with the good slam, but Burke had the recovery.
Not there for the Eagles.
Demetrician with the serve. And those tricks, like you were talking about, the
Reception by Fair, though. You want to get under the ball to give your setter time to find the ball, like that.
Thomas set up for Anderson with the attack, and Cochran makes contact, but doesn't have enough control with it. Has the serve.
Eagles gaining momentum from hitting from the center of the court.
And just the slam by Serena Nyambio to finish off this first set.
Which meant there was only one blocker in play, and that blocker did not get enough of a hand on the ball.
Served by the Screaming Eagles. Cochran with control to Burke. Jacobs with the attack. Point for the Wolverines there.
On that attack, only had 3 sets coming into the game as well. Her and Troutman, this is just their 5th sets on the season.
Troutman to Murphy. Troutman heads out for Southern Indiana. Jacobs. Demetrician. Great control by Moore. Hits down, back and forth there between blocks and attacks. Jacobs with the kill. And they've been really relying on those changeups, not expecting a slam anymore from the Screaming Eagles to serve. White. Demetrician just hits it over. Great dive out by Kieran Fair.
And attack her with the attempt.
Fair now with the serve. Cochran to White. And that's hit down. Wolverines get the point.
But Michigan also has 7 aces. So if you have errors, you want aces.
Thomas, Willis, the block by the Wolverines. Johnson gives it to Burke. Burke to Jacobs. That's back and forth and at the net. Fair. Thomas. Anderson hits that down for the kill. Sends it in. Cochran. Burke. Johnson just kind of tips that, but great response by the Screaming Eagles. Troutman, Willis. Trying to keep it alive. Cochran just digs it over. Troutman. Murphy, that's hit back over by Johnson. Troutman, Murphy. That was Nettles.
Long point.
Back and forth. Jacobs gets that and just tips it over. Nettles had some great.
5-10. Missed a lot of lines by a couple inches, and that's why the score is the way it is.
Thomas, Cochran, White. Bamis with a slam down. Thomas can't have any control with that. Wolverines get their 6th point. Burke heads in. Gordon to the bench. White to the bench. Lydia Johnson heads in. Small. Anderson is now in for the Screaming Eagles as well. So is Coleman. Coleman hits it over. Cochran to Burke to Jacobs. Great contact or attempt. And Burke now with the serve. Virtue very happy with this comeback from the Wolverines. Coleman, Thomas, Bianca Anderson hits that over.
Set for Demetrician.
Demetrician with the serve. Fair. Thomas, Bianca Anderson hits that up. Cochran, great contact. Jacobs, Johnson. And that one goes to the Wolverines.
An assist. And then a great one-handed dig on that play as well.
Demetrician sets it up. The hit by Bianca Anderson. What a kill.
Bears open up with the first serve of the match. Right to the middle goes Nebraska, and Rebecca Alec, who started off terrific this season with the kill.
And it allows them to the pass can go all the way to the left and they can still run middle. It's pretty effective.
Pushed outside, that's rolled over by Phils, the transfer out of Iowa. Bump set. Adriana with the swing goes down the line, and Nebraska up early 2-0. Outside, and the middles are probably the highlight of the Bears, the two middles. Thompson being one of them, Hayden the other. Good shot there, the kill by Desjardins. Adriano now back to serve. Block touch there by the Huskers. The slide, Jackson. Set a little long from Bergen Riley. Good floor defense there for the Bears. Great tip, Harper Murray with the kill. And Jim Malcolm mentioned it was one of the keys to their success is to get the ball to the middle. Ooh, what a swing.
2 points.
Big block, got down. With a combo run, Harper Murray puts it away. Jackson with the kill.
She's a homebody. She likes being home, and she loves the Huskers and being around all this.
Andy Jackson with the block. 2-0 Nebraska.
It's rare for a freshman to do that. Obviously, Harper did it as a freshman. Those players are hard to find, but she came out of the Arizona Storm, and you got to give them a lot of credit. And I think she won a couple state high school championships, so she's been in the fire before, and she's a true 6 rotation outside hitter. She's been so successful.
Jackson throws that one down.
A free ball back or an air hitting. Nice job by her. Instead of just giving it right back to him, she made it really hard on him.
Andy Jackson again with the kill.
3 of them.
Landfair with the tip and the kill.
Again, plays and move hitters around. Not only do you have to deal with her physicality, but you've got to deal with the movement. And I know Coach Malcolm's really high on her as a freshman. And again, this is great experience for her to come in here and play Nebraska.
Ooh! Adriana right down the middle. Boy, Rebecca pulled the block there, didn't she?
You know, barely can get to that.
Right.
And that'll be one of the top in the nation if she continues at that pace. From the service line. Let's see if we can get a 2 or 3 point run.
On the overpass,
There's
put
one.
away.
And they use a radar gun to determine the speed of the serve. And they figured out, Cal's got a lot of smart people there. Think if comes a car from 40 feet away at 42 miles an hour. What are you going to do?
Right. Well, that wasn't 42 miles an hour from Becca Alec on the kill, but it was effective, and there is...
Harper's been tipping. Harper just cuts it down the line. That's a high-level play right there. I mean, she's so long with her arms and legs. She gets way over the net. There's a middle
swing.
I didn't move to come in and get that.
On the slide, another swing and another kill for Hayden.
Boy.
Big swing by Jackson in the middle. Tough pass. Leads to a free ball here for Nebraska on set point. Ooh. And Phils from the left pin gets the kill. 5th set point here for Nebraska. Wow. Rebecca Alec closes it out. Danny called her a banger, but I don't think I've ever seen her tip. Alley check. Pushed outside, Harper Murray. Good play from the backside defensively for the Bears. Around the middle, Andy Jackson with the kill.
Comes low. She's on time. It's great. And that's the kind of risk reward of trying to go super fast. Really nice set.
Great push by Campbell Flynn. Great pace and rhythm.
I mean, that's how hard she's going to the ball, because she trusts where it's going to be.
The block didn't have a chance. It never got there.
No, they're not going to get there because you can't keep up with that.
Flynn with the great set to Andy Jackson.
Extending a little bit more now. This is what makes Nebraska so tough. Look, there's a pretty good shot right there, and here they come back. You know, they're
Sickler out of the back row.
They're going to ram it down your throat.
So some would say an embarrassment of riches.
But look at the back row they've got. They've got Olivia Mockin, Laney, and
quick tempo again. Block touch kept it alive. On the slide, Jackson, great connection between Flynn and Jackson.
hour and a half or 20 minutes and come in and set like that. I mean, Campbell's doing a phenomenal job right now.
You know, the other thing that we've heard about Campbell Flynn, she's not afraid to push the ball anywhere, anytime, regardless of what kind of pass she gets. And you saw that last slide that she ran. It wasn't a great pass, but she shoved it out to the pin really effectively to Andy.
But that middle got out there and got her hands on it and got a block.
Out of the back row. Boy, great set. No one up, and Harper Murray puts that away for her 14th kill of the match. She's hitting above 350 for the Bears. Overpass. Put down once again by Thompson. Sigler now back to serve.
Those are the little plays that, probably the average fan doesn't notice because it's a non-setter setting. Yeah. That is a huge play right there in the right side. She rotated some other people in there in the outside hitter position. And I asked her when I talked to her before the match today.
Dylan Hunt and Lucy Shertuck. We're underway from Rec Hall as Lyon sends the opening serve over. Tough to handle for New Hampshire. Free ball from Shertuck. Lyon out of the middle for Mendelson, and she taps it over for the first point.
Yeah, we're going to go right back to the serve. And
Faldudo serves again for Penn State. On the back set for Homebaum. Kennedy Martin with the dig. Out of the middle for Mendelson, off the hands and down.
Well-rounded, and we've seen that early on with 3 players already with a kill.
5-1 Nittany Lions. Another back set for Homebaum. Ava Faldudo with the dig. Again for Selman, trying to paint the sideline, and she does in Friday's match over against Kentucky. Grimes puts it up for Selman. Again, another one for Emmy Selman.
Just 5 games.
That cuts down 8 straight points for Penn State. Lyon now goes for Martin. There is nothing you can do to stop Kennedy Martin in situations like that. Singleton puts it over. Lyon for Selman. Nice dig by Lepore. Krindler with the free ball. To the other side for Martin, and it's rejected by Shertuck. She drops back to serve once again. Shaddles for Shertuck. It's roofed by Hop. A true freshman as set 2 gets underway. Grimes for Martin, avoids the block and puts it down.
And the other middle blocker with 3, and 6 from Martin, 8 from Selman. Everything's working right now.
Shaddles. That is impossible to stop from Millie Grove. Janelise Perez gives Penn State trouble on the serve. On the overpass, a second straight kill for Grove. Out of the middle, Emmy Selman firing up from the back row.
On Penn State's side.
Lyon for Selman out of the back row, basically a free ball. Shaddles for Shertuck. Martin with the dig. Juravicius with another free ball. See if New Hampshire can capitalize. Shertuck off the hands of Nichols. Shertuck once again. Grimes is there. Selman out of the back row. Still set point for Penn State, 24-15. Lyon for Martin. Penn State leads 2-0.
Unfair from Kennedy Martin. 6-6, and now up to 7 kills on the match.
For the first time today. 1-0 to get the third set underway. Jocelyn Nathan getting on the floor off the serve. An overpass leads to a Millie Grove slam down. Out of the middle, Maggie Mendelson, look out!
A hit from the back row and ended up being a free ball, but New Hampshire gets the point anyways.
Juravicius off the block. Faldudo right back to her. Did that get the hands? It did. A kill for Caroline Juravicius, her second. Juravicius can't sneak it in.
Over the net for the stop. J, big swing out of the pipe.